So before we say anything or talk about anything at all, we must watch the following clip. It is difficult to put into words and do it like justice on how significant this trick is on El Toro. All you have to do is compare it with everything else that's been done in El Toro. Like there's been grinds, there's been slides, there's been flip tricks, right? Dave Baczynski's kickflip, flip grabs, jaws. Yes, we're not taking away from any of these guys, but the 360, what it implies, what the board needs to do that. It's not just like flipping, right? It's like rotating and flipping on El Toro, bro. Yeah, even, you saw Joslin's reaction. Even he was like psyched himself. He was like, I just did this. Yeah, it's next level. It's totally on a different orbit. Now, the freaking depressing side of, not to be a negative Nancy here, but skateboarding is the only activity or sport, if you want to call it that you could literally do something like this, do something legendary, something that would immortalize you. Perhaps very few people will be able to do that in history. And yet, it doesn't ensure you'll have stable income. It doesn't state that you'll have, your family will be taken care of automatically because of this achievement. It virtually, for a lot of people in the world, it basically means nothing. And it's insane because you think about ball sports, whether basketball, football, heck, even as far as golf. Like you do a hole-in-one from a crazy distance. You do a half court, right before the buzzer, winning shots. You do all these things that are like, I guess it's never going to be apples to apples, not even apples to pears, but something that would represent an insane achievement that very few people will do. And that will literally get them in the Hall of Fame. It'll ensure perhaps, tens of thousands of dollars per that one achievement, or maybe even winning a championship or the most, valuable player, MVP. That can happen when you do that level of achievement in any other actual sport. And in skateboarding, it just means you'll be trending on IG, on YouTube for a couple weeks, perhaps a month. What is the highest, prize on this? Thrashers? Perhaps? Maybe? Skater of the Year? Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And it's no secret, we do this for the love of it. So, anyways, I'll stop there with this Joslin thing. I just had to talk about it because it's everywhere. Much congratulations to Chris Joslin. I'm so happy for him. Happy for his kids, for his wife, anybody that witnesses that's been a part of that journey, his filmers, photographers, everyone that was there at that moment to experience that in person. My God, like the floor likely shook. You felt that stomp. So, anyways, dude, keep it up, man. You're insane. So, now to some real depressing, sad news. Thank You Skateboards appears to be no more. It's done. Hasta luego. Hasta la vista, baby. Now, yes, to be fair, there hasn't been an official post from the Thank You Skate Co. account, or if you know what I'm talking about, Thank You Skate Co. Brazil. Yes, I've done my little research. There hasn't been a statement so far from that account. The closest to that we've gotten was Daewon Song himself, the co-founder of Thank You Skateboards. He actually did post something. And I will give credit where credit's due. I got this image from Shredder News. It's a screenshot of a story Daewon posted on Instagram. It's like half of a Thank You Skate Co. board. It's the Daewon Song deck. And it says, my last at Thank You Skate Co. board I'll be writing, prayer hand emoji. It's been an amazing time working with Torey Pudwill, parenthesis, one of the hardest working people ever, heart emoji, close parenthesis. But the time has come to close shop. Sad face emoji, praying hands emoji. Much love to everyone for the years of support, and I love all of you. That is a wrap, dude. So Pretty insane. Let me keep it factual. Let me keep the facts going. I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. So this is the Skateco Brazil account. The account, obviously, 1,600 people, not super big. The last post the account has was from May 28th. And you're like, why is there a Brazil account? Because Gustavo Ribeiro is on there, right? And I'm not saying he's the only, I guess, Brazilian to rep thank you. I mean, he's got fans everywhere. But I guess from a team perspective, Ribeiro was on there. So that's why there's a Brazil account, I guess. And if you go to the actual Thank You Skateco account, 105,000 followers, the last post on this account was August 19th. So not super long ago, but it's been several solid months since then. So from a collaboration perspective, I mean, they're collaborating with Hulu, bro. Yes, they're turning their boards into billboards, right? Like you scratch my back, I scratch yours, I give you money. You have our IP on your boards, and then that way people are even more aware of King of the Hill. So it's not like they're not getting work, like business. Like they're collaborating with big brands. Dude, Hulu is not a small brand at all, by far. So there's that. But yeah, August 19th, the last post they had on that account. So just looking at Torey's account, he still has Thank You Skateco in his bio, which I don't think this is a mistake. I think this is intentional because likely he still has it as the owner and he's maybe paying taxes on all revenue created by that entity. And he is active on his own account, right? One day ago, he posted. It's not necessarily a Thank You Skateco post, but he's skateboarding. Now, if you do go to Daewon Song's account, he doesn't have Thank You Skateco posted anywhere in the bio. He does have Adidas shoes all day, but that's, I guess, as far as he's taken it from a sponsor perspective. And his last post was November 16th, so almost a month ago. Not that it's a bad thing, and not that he needs to keep us informed exactly of everything he's doing, but just from an observation perspective, he still posts about Adidas, nothing about Thank You Skateco, which used to be co-owner. Now he's not. And we have the image from shreddernews.com saying that was the last deck he's writing. So here's what I'm trying to highlight with this. And it kind of goes back with the Joslin achievement. So I'm in my 30s, late 30s. Growing up, Daewon Song versus Rodney Mullen was a massive, gigantic influence in me. It is ridiculous, the fact that these are like the manual tech gods in the universe, Daewon and Rodney. And you know that I think Daewon, it's not an argument that Daewon has been a lot more active, and his progression and his, I guess, maintenance, what he is able to do, seemingly has not like deteriorated at all. So there's like an infinite source of skill on his side, on Daewon specifically. I know Rodney too, he still stays active, but specifically on Daewon. And it doesn't mean your company, it doesn't mean your business ventures, it doesn't mean any of that will be successful. Skateboarding is such a unicorn in the sense that you can be the Kobe Bryant level of skateboarding. You can be the Michael Jordan level of skateboarding. And I disagree that that's Tyshawn. I'm making reference to the lawsuit. Tyshawn's lawyers, their statement, their rebuttal with Supreme was saying, this is the Michael Jordan of skateboarding, guys. You did him dirty. Like, no, he's not. Sorry, I need to stay focused, okay? So I'm saying that it doesn't matter who that Michael Jordan skateboarding is. I'm saying even if somebody, a skater, was the Michael Jordan level in skateboarding, it doesn't mean he'll have Michael Jordan money. It doesn't mean he'll have Michael Jordan respect from the world. So, but that's the nature of the beast. I'm not saying like, I didn't know this. Yes, I did. I did know this. And it doesn't mean you have a steady paycheck. So word on the street is Daewon is getting blanks right now. So that typically means, same with P-Rod whenever he left Plan B and wanted to start his own brand. But skating blanks typically means you're in the in-between. You're in the upside down. Shout out Stranger Things. You're in the upside down. You're in the in-between. You don't know where you're going, and that's okay. Maybe you don't need to rush into anything. Maybe you have other ventures, other sources of revenue that keep you afloat, and that's great. That's great. No rush. Don't. Same in business as it is in relationships. Never rush into something just for the sake of not being alone, because that will typically can lead to even like more mistakes. Some of you out there know this too well. But yeah. So just sharing the news, dude. When I said thank you, Skateco is done, as in the Daewon Torey partnership, that is done. That is gone, cuh. So what's next for Daewon? Not too sure. Now, will Torey keep the brand up? We also don't know. I know he's still repping it. Let's be honest. He's repping it still because it's in his bio. It doesn't mean the company's doing well. Last post on that account was months ago. That's a little sus. It's a little sus. I'll keep you guys posted on any developments. If they actually shut it down, we'll talk about it. Actually, there's a lot of people saying that it actually is shut down fully, but I don't want to say it through here because I actually don't even have a screenshot of that. I'm talking about this because I have a screenshot, dude. I have a screenshot, and we can show that Daewon doesn't have it in his profile. I don't want to jump the gun and say that it's thank you, Skateco is like no more. Too soon for that. Too soon. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry. I know I was going to show me shipping the next Trumpstein board out. We do have a winner for the next one already identified. He guessed the trick, P-Rod's trick on one of my comments. Dude, this was last minute. I was going to jump in here quick because I didn't expect this type of news to come out. So, yeah, caught me off guard. But, yeah, on the next video, I'm going to be shipping out that deck to the next winner. And then we'll do the other giveaway on that next video as well. I'll sneak in a question somewhere. Guys, thank you for watching. Take care.